So the semi-finals of the Perth Sevens are just around the corner, and one of the matchups, the winner of the last leg of the Seven Circuit, South Africa, taking on the host nation Australia. And in this contest, could easily go either way. They did play each other in the pool stage, and that one it was separated by 3 points. Perhaps we could see a game just as close here. And in this preview, we'll be looking through at the key players, also their previous fixtures, and then at the end, a prediction who I think will win this game. But jumping straight into it, both of these sides, they were a part of Pool A. First of all, South Africa, they had a win over the USA, 24 points to 19. Then they found themselves up against the Australians, winning at 10 points to 7 with the last-minute try from Ronald Brown. A 2-point defeat for the South Africans was next on the cards, 19 points to 17. The win for Argentina, who they could actually find themselves playing in the final. They win this game, and then Argentina get the win over Spain. And then the last game that they had, it was the quarterfinal up against the Fijians. It looked like it was going to be a close game, but South Africa, they just dominated from start to finish, never really allowed Fiji to get into that contest. Their defense was impeccable, and they won at 19 points to 0. So they will be coming into this game with a lot of confidence up against an Australian side who have had a decent start to their Perth Sevens. They did lose their opening contest though. That was up against the Argentines, and they were defeated 31 points to 26. They then lost to South Africa by the 3. They beat the USA by 7 points, and then in their quarterfinal, they were able to get the win over France, 24 points to 12. Now that's a pretty big win, seeing as this French side have found quite a bit of success in the Seven Circuit as of late, but it has all led to this now, a rematch between the two sides in the semi-final of the Sevens competition. But now we are up to the stage of key players for South Africa. Selvin Davids has been a game changer, and to go alongside him, I think Zane Davids, for his 50th tournament, he's put in some massive hits and really is leading that defensive line, not allowing the opposition through. And I think if South Africa can defend like they did up against the Fijians, going to be extremely hard for Australia to score more than one try. Even scoring the one could be very challenging. And also the pace of Shilton van Wyk has to be mentioned. Anytime that man gets those little chips in behind that the Blitzboks love to go for, normally wins that foot race. And I don't see it being any different in the semi-final. For the Australians, they have got James Turner out on the wing. He has got pure pace. Him versus Shilton van Wyk in a foot race would be very intriguing to watch, although I do think Van Wyk would almost get the advantage there, but he's been a handy player for the Australians throughout this competition. Also alongside him, the experience of Maurice Longbottom. He's a very feisty individual, and he plays with absolutely everything he's got when he's out there on the field. His goal kicking could be very important here as well, so he has to make sure he's getting those kicks over. I should mention for both of these sides, I don't believe they've had a game where they've had perfect off the kicking team. Now, there is an exception, and that is actually Australia up against South Africa. We saw Australia get all their kicks over, but they only scored the one try. So in winning efforts, we haven't really seen these sides find huge success when it comes to that kicking. Missing one in their last game for South Africa, 2 the game prior, 2 the game before that, and then actually 2 in their opening game up against the USA. So those are a lot of points that could be so crucial when these two sides were only separated by 3 the last time they did face off. But now we are up to the stage of a prediction. Now I should mention the game has taken place in a very short period of time, about 2 hours, which does mean we get to see very soon how good or bad the prediction was. I'm going with South Africa. They looked extremely strong in their quarterfinal, and if they're able to do that up against a side like Fiji, they should be able to do it up against Australia. But the Aussies have come to play. They want to get that home title, just like South Africa did in Cape Town for the last leg. So I'm going to go 19 points to 17 in favour of South Africa. I think those missed kicks could be crucial. And I do think Australia, they need to start well in this game. If they allow South Africa to get 1 or 2 early tries, maybe Australia get that early yellow card too. That could completely take them out of the running here. But if they can hang in there, stay right till the end of the game, perhaps they can still get the win. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. This game is kicking off at 8:27 p.m. New Zealand time, which is 9:27 a.m. for you guys in South Africa. And we will be doing the commentary on the channel as well. But do let me know who you think will win this game, and I will see you all for the next one.